Today is the 15th of April 2024, and we've done 7 videos so far on circle theorems. Okay, I did the introduction, introduced the theorems, and I solved questions with you. Okay, go back and watch. Okay, before I start, thank you everyone, okay, who have subscribed. And our new subscribers, you are welcome. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. When you get the video, share, like them. Nice comment, give us nice comment. And some platforms, you can follow us for free, okay? So follow us as well. And please, if the account is not yours, ask permission from the account holder, or ask ask somebody to help you open your own account. It's very important. Don't misuse somebody's account, or don't use somebody else's account to subscribe to something that they are not aware of. In the comment section, you normally see, please follow my notes/scripts. Okay, for instance, look, we have a lot of numbers, alphabets, and I can't just give you the notes. I have to explain to you how I solve it, so that if you are able to understand it, then you'll be able to solve it on your own as well. Okay, so for instance, this is kilometers. If you hear anything like meters, follow the notes. Okay, look at the diagram carefully. Everything is in kilometers. Beware of scammers, please. Take care of yourself online. Okay, I'm not asking for donation for any charity whatsoever. So if you hear anything, or somebody shares it, duplicates this platform, and is asking for donation for a charity, well, it's not coming from here. Okay, now recap. As I said, we've been doing circle theorem. I've tried to solve a lot of questions. We've done 7 videos aside the possible exam questions we did. And before this, I even did circles on its own. We found the area, we found the circumference. And then I showed you the part of the circles, the names. Okay, so I've done a lot on circles for this level. So just go back and help yourself, okay? Help yourself. If you are learning it, learn one at a time, okay? Understand it and add more stuff to it. Don't cramp your head with everything, and then unfortunately you haven't learned anything, okay? That's why it's good to develop a habit of revision, like every day, okay? 30 minutes, 40 minutes. When you go home, you do that before you go and chat with your friends. Now today, our starter, we want to look at Pythagoras theorem. So this is a rectangle and a right angle triangle, okay? That is, the angle at A is 90, the angle at B is 90, and the angle at X is 90. Now, the question says AD and BC are parallel. So AD, BC are parallel. Okay, but they don't have equal length. AD is 2.1 kilometers. So if AD is 2.1 kilometers, I put the X here. Okay, we're not given this point. Then BX is also 2.1 kilometers. If AB here is 1.9 kilometers, then DX here is 1.9 kilometers. Okay. CD is 3.2 kilometers. CD is the hypotenuse of this triangle here. So CD here is 3.2 kilometers. Okay. Now, they want us to find the length BC. Okay, I know that BX is 2.1 kilometers. So if I can find a way of finding XC, then I can add XC to BX and then get BC. Okay, this full length here. Okay, so now the only way I can solve for XC is to use Pythagoras theorem, because this is a right angle triangle. So XC or CX all squared will be equal to 1.9 kilometers all squared. Okay, no. XC all squared plus XD, which is 1.9 kilometers all squared, should be equal to 3.2 kilometers all squared. That is using Pythagoras. Immediately I can set that in motion. I can find SC. And whatever I find XC, I'll add it to BX, which is the same as AD, 2.1 kilometers. And then I've found the length BC. Okay, so let's see. So to find BC, okay, if it's BX plus XC, which I've just told you here. Now BC will be BX plus XC using this right angle triangle here. So XC all squared plus 1.9 all squared will be equal to 3.2 all squared. In the end, we'll bring the kilometers. XC all squared will be equal to 3.2 all squared minus 1.9 all squared. So now everything is calculation now. Okay, now 10.2 all squared, 3.2 all squared will be 10.24 minus 1.9 all squared is 3.61. So if you subtract that, you get 6.63. So AXC, this length here from here to here, will be plus or minus the square root of 6.63, which will give you 2.57 kilometers, or 2.6 kilometers, or 3 kilometers. Okay. Now, because the question gave it to me in one decimal place, I'll try and, unless this says something in the question, I'll leave my answer in one decimal place. So let's go to the next. So now to find BC, okay, this length here. Don't forget the last bit, okay? So BC from here to here, okay? We just use Pythagoras to find XC, okay? Which is about 2.6 kilometers. BX here is 2.1 kilometers. So we add them, and whatever we get is our BC. So here, 2.1 plus 2.6, which is 4.7 kilometers. Okay, assuming they ask us to leave our answer to one decimal place, that will be our answer. If they ask us to leave it to the nearest kilometer or the nearest whole number, then it will be 5 kilometers. Okay, remember your unit. So BC is 5 kilometers. Another example for our starter. Okay, all the diagrams are not to scale. So now we know AC, which is 6 meters. BC, okay, is 9 meters. ABC is 6 meters. BC is 9 meters. And then we need to find AB, that length here. Okay. And it's a right angle triangle. So again, we are going to apply Pythagoras theorem. So in everything we are doing, when it comes to this stuff, you see how Pythagoras theorem plays a very important role. So BC all squared, okay, which is this one, the hypotenuse here, will be equal to AC all squared plus AB all squared, okay? So using Pythagoras theorem, I've already said that. So 9 squared will be equal to 6 squared plus AB all squared, the height we want. So AB all squared will be equal to 9 all squared minus 6 all squared. Okay, so 9 all squared is 81 minus 36, which if you subtract right is 45. Now AB all squared will be plus or minus the square root of 45, which is about 6.71 meters. Okay, so this height here, okay, AB, that's what we found, is 6.7 meters, 2 decimal place, or 6.71 meters, 2 decimal place, 6.7 meters, 1 decimal place, 7 meters nearest meter or the nearest whole number. Okay, so now we've done that. So that will be our starter for today. Okay, we will bring more of this in the starter because if you are still struggling using Pythagoras theorem, we've done a lot of examples. Okay, just go back and watch from the intro and build yourself on that. Okay, if it's too hard for you, go back a bit more, because from the beginning we started with the easier stuff. Okay, so go back from the beginning, especially if you're writing your exams and you are in year 10 or year 9. You have a lot of time to turn things around. Okay, so don't give up. Just watch it little by little. As I said, go for quality. Don't spend your time watching 2 hours and not come off different topics. No, if you are doing maths, do time yourself 30 minutes of video, find the question that relates to that, solve it. If you are stuck, go back to the video, watch again, come back and finish. If you do that for 3 times, you have this retention anyway. And use your flashcard or your notebook that has all the formulas that you need, because as you learn, you build it more and more. Okay. Now today we want to look at the introduction of equation of a line, that one here. Okay, so I'm going to use the graph paper and show you. So assuming you want to draw the line x equals to 0, okay, on the y-axis x is equal to 0. So I'll show you what I mean. So here, there, so that's x equals to 0. That is my first graph. I had to draw a lot of graphs. You know this, some people know this, some people don't. So this y-axis here is x equals 0. So on this line, x will be 0. So that will be 0, 1. Okay, assuming that is 2, that will be 0, 2. 0 for x, 2 for y. If this is 3, that will be 0, 3. So that's why this line here is x equals 0. Okay, that is our first graph. The y-axis is x equals 0. So this line here will be minus 1. No, minus 1, 0 for x, minus 1. This point here, minus 1 for y. That line here will be 0 for x, minus 2 for y. Okay, so on the y-axis, x equals 0. Okay. Now, it's also true for the second one. On the x-axis, y equals 0. So this line here, the x-axis, y is 0. Okay, so here, if you take this point, okay, and that point, you have 0, 1, 0. Okay, sorry. So on this point, you have 1 for x, okay, 0 for y. On that point, assuming this is 2, okay, 2, 0. On that point here is 3, 0. Okay, so on the x-axis, y equals 0. Don't forget. Now, assuming you want to look at the line y equals minus 1, that is minus 1 here. That is 0. That is 1. Okay, so if I'm looking for the line y equals 1, that will be the line here. Okay, so on this line, all the y coordinates will be 1. So this point here will be 0, 1. That point here will be 1, 1. That point here will be 2, 1. All the points on this line will be y equals 1. Okay, so if they ask you to draw the line y equals 1, that will be the line. Okay, Now, we are doing equations of the line today. We are not doing circle theorem. Okay. And I'm trying to introduce you to that topic. So I'm showing you simple graphs, and then we'll build on from there tomorrow. Okay. Now on this line here, okay, x. Sorry. We are drawing x equals 1. Okay. So it has to go through the point x1 there. So on this point, it will be 1 for x, 1 for y. On that point, 1 for x, 2 for y. On that point, 1 for x, 3 for y. Okay, and if you go into the negative, it will be say 1 for x minus 1 for y. Okay, so this line here is x equals 1. That line here, okay, this line here, it goes through the point 1 on the x-axis. Okay, all of it, this is graph 4, because in my note that is a sample 4. The line x equals 1, so that is x equals 1, no, y equals 1. Okay. Now let's look at 4 more graphs, and then we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. So the next one is the line y is greater or equal to 1. Okay. Now, when is equal to 1, it gets a line. When is greater than 1, is everything above 1. Okay, so first of all, you need to draw the line y equals 1, and then you need to shade that portion upward, which is greater. Assuming it's less than 1, then you shade downwards, you shade that part. Okay, so as we have already seen, y equals 1 will go through the x-axis y equals 1, because here this will be 0 and 1. There, assuming this is 1, this will be 1 and 1. That will be 2 and 1. So y equals 1 is this line here. Y is greater or equal to 1 is this portion above the line y equals 1. But because it's greater or equal to 1, it has to touch the line y equals 1. Okay, so all this region here, because y is greater than 1, can even be y equals 10. So every portion upward here will be equal to y is greater than 1. Okay, so again, on my graph, I have equation of the line. Okay, I have the date. Okay, this is graph 5 here, and then this is the line that I've drawn here. So here I have y greater, as you can see, or equal to 1 there. Okay, I've labeled it. And my y-axis, my x-axis. Okay, now the sixth graph, okay, the sixth graph is we want to draw the line x is less than 1. So we need to first draw x equals 1. X equals 1 will be the line that goes to the point x. So on this line here, as we've seen as earlier, x is equal to 1, but we want x less or equal to. So now everything in that direction will be x less or equal to 1. Okay, but because it's equal to, it has to touch the line. Okay, so that is the graph here. Okay, so all this region here is x less or equal to. Assuming it's greater, then it will go towards my left, my right, sorry. But it's less, so it's going to go towards the left. Okay. Again, x axis, y axis is going to the point 1 here. So that's why here, assuming you have 1 1 here, if that is 2, you have a 1 2, because x on this line will always be a 1. So you have x less there, and it should touch the line. Okay, that all this region here is s less or equal to 1. So that's how the graph will look here. Okay, now another one, x is less or y is less or equal to 4. So the first one, we need to go and find y equals 4. So here, that's our line y equals 4. This is the line here. Y equals 4. Because at this point, y equals 4. So if you come here, that will be 1 and 4. If you go there, that will be 2 and 4. X will be 2 and 4. Now, y is less or equal to 4 is the region below the line. So you can get the what I'm driving out now. If it's less, it's the region below for the y lines, and if it's less, it's the region below. If it's greater, it's the region above. Meanwhile, for the x lines, if it's less, it's the region towards your left hand, and if it's greater, it's the region towards your right hand. Okay. The only difference is the last line that we'll look at here. Y is less than 3. Because it's not equal to, it doesn't touch the line. So first of all, we'll draw the line y equals x is less than 3. So we'll draw the line x here. So that is x equals 3. That is the line, x equals 3. But here, it's not less or equal to. Okay, it gets less. So you're going to draw the region such that it doesn't touch the line. So if you can see, my region doesn't touch the line. It's less than 3. So assuming it's greater than, so it's going towards my left. Assuming it's greater than 3, it will go towards my right. So if you just have the less than or greater than, you draw the line, but the region, you draw it such that it doesn't touch the line. Okay, we'll use this thinking to build on what we are going to learn next week. It's an aspect of inequality. okay, using graph. So we use whatever we've learned today to build on something I will show you. So assuming they gave you three equation of three lines, and you're supposed to find the common region. It's basically like a Venn diagram. Okay, you draw three circles. There is a part that satisfy all the three circles. So that will be your central region. But here, they might give you three lines or four lines, and then you end up drawing each of them, and then you find the common region for the whole lines. Okay, so that is basically what I'm trying to show you. So today I just came to show you simple lines. Okay, go and think about them. If it's greater or equal to, it touches the line. Okay, if it's less than or greater than or equal to, it also touches the line. But if it's less than or greater than, it will not touch the line. You draw it like this one, you draw it like that. It doesn't touch your line. Okay. You still draw that line. So for instance, x is greater than x is less than 3. So you draw the line x equals 3. But when you are drawing the region, it won't touch the line I have shown you here. Okay. So on my second paper, all I did is like example 2, drawing the graphs. Okay. Example 3, example 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I've drawn 8 different graphs and I've walked you through it. Go and think about some of the graphs. So you might be asked to draw a graph like y equals x. So when x is 0, y is 0. When x is 1, y is 1. And then you might draw that. And then they might ask you to draw the graph x greater than 0. Okay, then you might have to draw that or greater or equal to 0, and then you find the region, and then they might ask you to find y uh, less or equal to, and then you end up drawing all these points on a graph, and then the common region they might ask you to give the coordinates of that region or just leave it as that. Okay, so this will be an introduction for the new topic I'm hoping to share with you. Okay, it's still time for you to share with your friends. Okay, don't stop sharing, don't stop liking, don't stop giving us nice comment. I'll appreciate that. And subscribe and follow as well. Okay, thank you very much. If the account is not yours, just to your own account. Okay, and or ask somebody to help you open your own account. Take care of yourself online. As I said, we are not collecting money for a charity or anything. So if somebody start talking to you in that direction, they are scammers. Okay, they are not good people. If you see on the comment section, please donate to so and so. It's not coming from here. Okay, so take good care of yourself. And if you are writing your exams in the next few weeks, take care of yourself. Okay, take care of your um, time. Get a lot of sleep. Eat something nice. Okay, and just relax. Okay, get off the phone as much as possible. After the exams, you have all the time to chat anyway. Okay, till you decide what you want to do next. Okay, thank you for watching today's video with me, and I'll see you in the next.